All right, everyone. Welcome to this special video on our channel, where we are looking at how to cope with anxiety. Now, anxiety is, affecting 1 out of 14 people, in our country right now. And anxiety is leading to depression. Anxiety is leading to negative thinking. Anxiety is leading to overthinking, and then anxiety is leading to many health disorders, right? And many a times we see a lot of content which may not be applicable to us. So today, one of my dear friends over here, Rounak, who is a very renowned meditation coach, has overcome anxiety himself and is here on our channel to share his secrets on how to cope with anxiety. And of course, I will also share my view on how you can improve your gut health, which will improve your anxiety. Rounak, welcome to our channel.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sachin, for having me here. Thank you.
Right, Ronak. So let me just understand your secrets and your perspective on how to cope with anxiety. The stage is yours. Please take it forward.
Thank you. Thank you, Sachin. So, first question, because as you started, right, you started this very beautifully, that so many people are going through this mental health challenge of anxiety. And you and I are aware, because we are into health and wellness space, that last 2 years, like around the pandemic space, this has gone like skyrocketed. These issues have gone skyrocketed. So I'll tell a very short story of how it happened with me. Right now, as for me, it is more visible. I come from a traditional Gujarati Marwadi background, and my skin has a disorder called vitiligo. So, which is like these white patches on the body and all. So I tell that I'm painted differently by God, right? So, but initially I had got this anxiousness, the anxiety thing, and I did not understand, because India, it's not common. Mental health is not even considered a problem, right? So I did not go to meet out people. I was hiding in one room. I used to always think, what is other people judging me about? And I used to think about negative things. And very frankly, I got rejected by many girls also for marriage for this, right? But what I went to, I did the most common thing, what everyone does. Chalo, yoga kar lo, do yoga, do this, do that, and it will go away. And second thing, my parents were not there to support me that time. They were staying separate. I was staying alone. So more difficult to manage without any support for me.
Support is crucial.
It is very, very essential. So that's where, and that it was, I'm talking about 2011-12. That's when the coaching industry was not there properly. Only psychologists, psychiatrists. So you can't go to a psychiatrist and people are saying you're going mad. So anyway, so long story short, that's when I moved into breath work, meditation, alternate healing therapies, sound healing, this, that. I learned so I can heal myself, and so at the same time, I can share it with people, my clients. So, and that's doing that now. It's been 12 years, got a lot of students, and lucky to have reversed anxiety, panic attack, and a lot more mental health issues. And now it's come into limelight that this is a big problem. Right. So let me share, start with sharing off the screen first time that this is the 5 dimensions how anyone who's watching us live or who watch this recording later can cope with anxiety. These 5 dimensions of wellness, of holistic health, is very essential: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Now let's talk one by one. And I'm sure you are an expert, so we will have your inputs as well. So physical, I was told, gym join kar lo, join a gym. I paid for the gym, and you know what happens. You pay for 1 year, you go for 2 days or 2 months. So money gone. Then I joined a yoga class. Traveling is too far. After 1-2 months, the enthusiasm is gone. So then I started wearing the watches, 10,000 step, 3,000 step, nothing worked. Then people said, do this diet. I became sattvic, I became vegan, nothing worked. because I did not have a proper guidance from a coach, right? Now in food, what I say is, have a colorful plate, because that's the easiest. And in yoga philosophy and the meditation philosophy, have a sattvic diet, keep less of tamasic. But that's where I would want to involve you first, jumping in, because there are there are happy microorganisms which digest your food. So you are the expert. So I would want your insights, because that's how people can get more value on this.
Yeah, got you, man. Thanks for sharing that story of yours. Right, really is inspiring how you were able to get that perspective. You painted different by God. Fantastic, fantastic. Right. So coming to the pillars of gut health. Right. See, gut health or the organisms, happy microorganisms. They are affected certainly by your food, and certainly by these four elements, what you have said right now about the mental, emotional, and spiritual, which I want you to go a little in depth and share. Physical wise, if I put in my views, there are basically the first thing what you have to do is we are putting our food mindlessly. Okay, so what we have to look at is learning and understanding product labels. Right, so that is something which we are missing. Right. So we are just taking the particular product because maybe we saw it somewhere, or because the neighbor buys it, or a lot of people are buying it. So first thing is, are you checking your product labels?
Right.
So once you are not allowing those products in your kitchen, it will not come to your stomach and affect your organisms. Right. That's the first one. Secondly, as you said, a colorful plate or nutrition plate. It's very simple. The fruits, the vegetables, the unpolished whole grains, and then the little bit of protein in our diet, and good fats and oils to improve the Jata Ragni, right? And then water. 70% is water. If you don't have water, then you will become dried up.
Correct.
Right. So these four critical elements has to be there in any diet. People say eat only fruits and veggies. That won't work.
Right.
If you eat only fruits and veggies, then whole grains, protein, your macro goes away. Right. So that macronutrients are gone. So that's important for us. Okay. The physical part. Right. And then if you look at it like eating our foods, we stuff ourselves a lot.
Correct.
So there, again, nutrition philosophy, what I have learned from, it's more about 3/4, 1/4, allow 75% to be filled and 25% to be empty. When you're eating mindfully, if you eat too much, and in comparison with if you eat mindfully, what happens is when you eat too much, you're not also looking at stomach, but then afterwards you're struggling with indigestion, constipation, stuff. But then if you come into the 75-25 rule, what happens is you will notice a tripti dakar, that is a burp. When you have one or two burps, that's done, your body is full. If you keep eating more, you get third and fourth, it's a signal that you've eaten more. So that one or two burps is the tripti dakar. Body gives you the signal. So, that is what you have to look at first, reading your product labels, getting all the fruits, veggies, your protein, your whole grains, your fats and oils, good fats and good oils, and then water. So these elements, is it there? First you need to check the basic. Once you're getting that, then the next level is 75-25 rule.
Right.
Right. I hope I gave some value and insights here, Rounak. Yeah.
Definitely. This is very powerful and simplified, because I myself was not aware about the Tripti Dakar and the labels. See, in India, again, I read at least very basic, whatever I've learned, I read about sugar, but there's a lot more to be read, which an expert can guide you. And that's what people need to know, that no, we are not going to be expert at everything. You need a right guidance, a teacher, a coach in place. So physical, what I learned for anxiety was slowing down the yoga process and using a combination of Tai Chi. So I learned a good amount of Tai Chi. I got myself certified because, again, Tai Chi was a foreign thing. It's coming from Japan and it's not going to be here. It's not going to be there. So I found a teacher. I learned I started practicing, and I combined breathing, Tai Chi, and yoga postures. The slowest yoga postures to work so the body calms down. The first aspect is physical body calms down. Then we move to the emotional body. The second pillar, which I say, is in emotions. In India, when you talk to a friend that I have a mental problem, or I have an anxiety, I'm overthinking about this problem, or I'm having fear of death, or fear of financial loss, or whatever, fear of future, people will actually ignore you. This is the harsh reality in India, that no one takes you seriously when you say that I have a fear of death or fear of future. So emotionally, then again, I went through my roller coaster and learned how mindful journaling, using gratitude as a base, that at least I have a house, at least I have a computer, from the smallest thing, at least I have a phone and internet. So top 5 things every morning, I do actionable step, which I give to my students, and I would want whoever is watching, 5 things, whatever you're grateful for. And people think that it's a fancy thing to write, I'm grateful for. No, and just write, I'm grateful for. No, you have to write the reason why you're grateful. I'm grateful for the phone because it helps me connect to my parents. I'm grateful for the internet because I can talk to Sachin. He's sitting in different city, different state, and I'm so grateful. So with YouTube, I'm grateful. Many people will watch this. So gratitude has to have a reason, because our logical mind otherwise say, what is this? I'm writing gratitude. I'm grateful for food. I'm grateful. No, you have to reason out the gratitude. So the wrong kind of gratitude marketing is happening right now. So emotionally, I learned it taking a lot of courses and learnings with the coaches, how to emotionally vent out without. I have taken therapy, but not for long. But I say that when therapy is not there, when friends are not listening to you, who do you go to? You go to your gratitude book. You go to your therapy book, and you write down those emotions slowly and steadily, and first express gratitude. So emotional is taken care of.
Fantastic.
Right? Now, after emotional, then we move a little more deeper from emotions to the mind, the intellectual mind. As we spoke on the emotional side as well, that we want logic to everything.
Okay.
People don't buy products, or like sometimes they buy food products which are bad for their system without reading the labels, right? We've used that example. So mental, intellectual, we want a logical reasoning, and we want intellectual things fed in our mind. How do you do it? If I want to have my emotional or IQ higher, or mental strength higher, what will I do? Mental gym is minimum of 3 pages a day I will read.
Okay.
It is not the...
That is what kind of
reading?
Reading do we look at?
I always suggest to go with non-religious and more towards spiritual books.
Okay.
Why? Spiritual books have all the answers already. Like I have used Gita as one of the primary book to read 2 pages of Gita. Or I'll read 2 pages of a meditation book, or a more of a guidance kind of book, but not like stories and fictional character stuff. No.
You mentioned about the Gita, right? So it has been a very good practice for me as well, doing the same thing, 3 pages a day. It really stabilizes the mind and gives you a new perspective and answer. Yeah, Rounak, please go on.
Definitely. And that's where, Sachin, I'm so happy that you shared that, we vibe, or we have that same intellectual growth happens when you read the, whatever faith you believe in, you read the spiritual book and take out the good part and write your perspective. Now, I not only mark it on the book, but I also make it, what did I understand? And if I read that after 1 month, same pages, the growth has happened because I will get something new out of it.
And also, using that knowledge,
right,
in your life,
day-to-day life.
Yeah, so that's also very critical, right?
That's absolutely true. So that's how I take care of the mental health, the mental gym, reading the book 3 pages
Three
and
pages a day.
3 pages a day, very doable when you're like now it's work from home for me. So what I do is I do it before I sleep. So, and this is a secret hack I'm sharing for everyone. You read 3 pages. If you have any sleeping disorder, within the third page, if you don't have a habit to read, you will go up to sleep.
अच्छा, ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है. So
Right.
you अब तक आपने जो बोला रहो ना कि it's like one is gratitude, top 3
Gratitude.
things daily and why you are grateful for that.
Correct.
Second is reading 3 pages a book, right?
Correct.
And the physical part is the third one, which I shared
Correct.
before this is starting.
Right.
So what's the next?
Next is next is the social. We have an environment, right?
Okay.
As a human being, we are vibrating and we have an aura of certain feet.
How
But
much feet is your aura generally?
generally, it's different people, different, but on an average, 3 to 5 feet is the aura.
Okay, and does that aura change based on your thoughts and emotions?
It changes exactly on your prana level.
Oh, okay.
That is your breath, your energy levels, and then it also changes on your thoughts. So prana and thoughts are different. If you're thinking negative, the example is someone who's working in office and in a meeting right now, and suddenly a boss or someone who they don't enjoy their company enters into the meeting room. Suddenly the energy drops and people become silent.
Correct.
Because of the fear, or they don't have a good relationship with that person. So that person's aura is clashing with your aura, and your aura is not powerful. So you instantly, your energy is down, dipped.
So that the vibration
is down. So that's where the pranayam for the emotional and the mental will help. In the physical, we do tai chi, the breathing and tai chi and yoga helps, and the diet which you added. Then we move to the social. Now, social is you have an aura. So you become aware of your aura by journaling and I feel happy today, the mood tracker, which I call it. But second is, if you attend calls from your friends and family, if you meet in the office people, how many people are talking negative to you about cribbing, complaining, like oh, today's stock market is crashing, or recession is hitting, 20,000 jobs are gone. So how many of sorry, yeah, please.
Yeah, then that will feed your anxiety, sort of.
That feeds your anxiety maximum. Why? Now, I'll tell you one of the sad part again, the harsh reality. Most of these people are sitting in your house watching news, maybe, and they are not aware. Some of, like, usually the parents like to watch the news full day. They will talk to their kids, take care of your job, do it, struggle, but stay in the job. The recession is going to come, because they get feeded with the negativity and it's passed on. So you need to protect yourself.
I think then that's why it's called a program, because it's programming.
Absolutely. You've got the word, Sachin. So the programming of the brain is happening with these negative news and all of that, what we consume. So social media, I say, you need to follow healthy or happy influencers.
Okay.
That's the digital detox. But if you say that I'm following everyone.
Yeah, this one was very interesting, Rounak, because I've seen some of my clients, when I suggested them to reduce their mobile usage, they come back and actually tell me that my anxiety and overthinking is gone, man. Yeah, so that's what else I see, because then, I also did the same exercises, not following toxic pages, unfollowed them.
Right.
And only following these happy influencers or the healthy influencers. It really works. It gives me a lot of peace also, and my feed is also clean also.
That's where the social dimension in the 5 dimensions is your social circle, physical world, your parents, your immediate family, your work colleagues, friends. You need to work on them and cut down people who are negative talking. If you can't cut them down, the relationship is very important. Then you reduce the conversation for 3 months and you work on your mental health and become stronger first.
Correct.
Then when you have a talk with them, still you will not be affected.
So you're saying that, work on acceptance and improving your aura, so that
Correct.
then you won't be affected by that vibration.
That's absolutely true. And that's the social circle, physical. Now, online social circle, unfollow all the people who are not going to be adding value to your life, and follow these kind of videos or messages where we really want to add value to people's life, right?
Got
So
you.
on a Friday evening, Sachin is taking out time. He's been busy, and we have our own work, and that's where we are adding. So social circle on digital world is also very important key right now nowadays.
So digital world, whom you follow, and now so you become people who you follow on social
Correct.
media.
Correct.
That's what you're saying.
Right. That's right. And the last but not the least is the spiritual practice.
Okay.
Now, again, in India is the land of spirituality.
Yeah, man.
It is, there are a lot of gurus, teachers, masters, God, man, and everything. I say, follow what your heart says. If you feel like doing your spiritual thing, chanting a mantra, like I will give a simplest practice today on the right now is doing 21 times Om. It's a sound healing, a mantra chanting, and it's a neutral mantra which will improve your aura and your work on your chakras. So spirituality is working on your chakras, and improving your aura level, improving your mental health, and also giving a deeper perspective about anxiety. Because what happens when you are anxious, the constant worry about future, if I say simply in spirituality, practice meditation, they will say, how do I do meditation? Don't do meditation. Do a dance with your favorite music. That is spirituality to you. Dance. Hugging a tree is spirituality to you. Hug a tree. Talking to your father is spirituality to you. Do it, but do what your heart says. But chanting Om is the simplest spiritual practice you can begin with. 10 times, 11 times, or whatever is your date of birth, your number, favorite number.
Okay, so you're saying that look at your date of birth and use that number. Okay,
right.
Fine. The chanting Om 21 times is really good. Okay,
is absolutely perfect. But if you feel that no, I want to specifically chant certain mantra, YouTube is the a divine space now. Search for the mantra, listen to it 10 minutes every day for 21 days to build a habit. If you can't have that 21 days, then you will not see any effects, because it starts to, it's a seed. It's a seed you put in water, you put in fertilizer, and it will grow. Spirituality is not that I will read 3 pages of Bhagavad Gita or chant Om 3 days and fourth day I'm enlightened. No, it's not going to work that way. So this is the whole 5 dimensions, Sachin. But I'm happy, to share. But I'm more interested to learn now about the gut health. Yes.
You really put it as the last one was, you can't expect in 3-4 days to get enlightened.
Correct.
And
Correct.
I think it's a continuous journey.
Right.
And what you said also, many of our viewers may know.
Correct.
But there is a lot of resistance, man. A lot of resistance coming up, right? And why don't we take action? Is I feel fear of change and fear of resistance. Both of that is not allowing us. For example, this particular interview right now, this particular video we are making, a lot of resistance. Let's say from 1 month we have been discussing, but a lot of resistance. But then breaking the resistance, making it happen right now,
right,
helps. Yeah, fantastic.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Things you shared. Fantastic insights, actually.
Thank you so much.
On the how to cope with anxieties. First one is gratitude. Top 5. Why the gratitude? Why you're grateful for. Then you went into understanding about mantra, right, as well. Right. And then emotionally balancing yourself. Right. And then following what your heart is on spirituality, rather than trying to do a cocktail or a mixture of everything. Following what your heart wants to follow. And the digital detox is emotionally, physically cut down people and improve your aura as well, and
definitely
unfollow toxicity.
Right.
Yeah, fantastic, man. This is, I think, what you shared.
Thank you.
And reading 3 pages and exercising your mind as well daily.
Correct.
I think very, very simple steps, but it has a very powerful thing. I've seen this in my clients also, Rounak.
Yes,
it has worked. Okay, so now looking at gut health, right? So see, I know many of your clients also might be facing, like the anxiety and how gut health is affected by a deep sleep.
Right.
Right. I'll go into that because I shared about nutrition. I shared about
Right.
what to do. One thing what is very important is we have this society as now, due to the busy schedule, we are ending up having a lot of heavy dinners. We eat a lot in the night.
Right.
In the night, the digestive fire is at the lowest,
Correct.
and it upsets your microbiome a lot.
Right.
So I have noticed that when you are able to have a lighter dinner, in the morning you're free. But if you are having a lot of heavy dinner, you end up waking up lethargic, is what I've seen. Okay. And that also affects your sleep, which I come to the point now. How do what I've learned, Ronak, is sleep, lack of sleep increases anxiety. Lack of
Correct.
sleep increases your depression. So now what we do is, what do we sacrifice first for success? Is sleep. That is the first thing we sacrifice. Right. So now, one is you told about reading. Fantastic. Right. And 1 hour before switching off your digital devices before you sleep. Right. And then what we do, Ronak, as well, right? Right. For sleeping, no, the bed needs to be assigned a place. We do
Right.
everything on the bed. We play, we read, we watch mobile, we watch our laptop, we work on bed, thanks
Right.
to but we need to only sleep on that. Right. I think that is one thing we need to really bring. And reflection, along with your reading, if you combine reflection of the day, really calms down the subconscious mind when you reflect. You do not keep thinking. Right. And then lastly, avoiding late night beverages, like too much of water, too much of tea, coffee after 3 p.m.
Right. Okay.
Because what happens is then if you drink too much of water, then you have to get up in the night and that's for washroom. Or then it impacts your sleep cycle. You won't repair it. And then if you take tea or coffee, it stays in the bloodstream for 12 hours at least. So then then it does not help you go into deep sleep. And what happens if you don't go into deep sleep, Ronak, is the mind cannot process what it has learned. And those unprocessed emotions leads to the anxiety.
Correct.
There's no clarity.
Right.
Your mind cannot process that. Right. So that's why sleep is so important. And as you brought in about understanding, Ronak, like I think anxiety mainly needs to come up. Why is it coming up? Is one of the major flaw I see is responsibility missing.
Right.
Right. I think trying to reap before you sow.
Right.
I think that is why anxiety is coming a lot. Right. So what I teach my clients is my health is my responsibility. So when you bring that, then you will eat well. Your gut health is good. You will be good. When your gut health is good, your bacteria are good. Your 70% of your anxiety can be reduced if your gut health is good.
Correct.
So sleeping well, which I gave you right now, clean foods, nutrition, what I already shared in the beginning of the video. Then my health is my responsibility. And finally, Ronak, it's all about unshakable mindset, man.
Right.
I feel that, having the why, strong why, and then moving forward on the goals, even if you hit the obstacles, not giving up, adapting, taking new actions, and then that will motivate you. But what we do is at the hint of first obstacle, we stop, then we keep trying new actions.
Right.
We're not trying newer action, we're trying till the older action, we have not taken the feedback from the obstacle. So as spirituality, universe keeps giving you the experience if you're not learned from it.
Correct. Correct.
Right. So similar way, if you're again and again facing problems with your anxiety, then you're not learned from the experience. You're not learned from your unhealthy eating habits. So the universe is giving you again and again the same experience. Right. And finally, Rounak, I think this would drive the point home of anxiety is reasons, justifications, and resistance. Too much of reasoning, too much of resistance, or justification. I think that causes anxiety. Being a healthy human, if you are really wanting to be that, you would already be doing it right now. If you're watching this video, you would already be doing what it needs to be done.
Correct.
But you're not doing it. Why? Because you're justifying or giving reasons, or you're just resisting. I think that's what makes anxiety reduce. This is some practical experience from the client's coaching I see.
Right.
And of course, this is something what I wanted to share. So pillars of gut health is clean foods, clean nutrition, deep sleep, unshakable mindset over there, and then understanding your health is your responsibility.
Correct.
I think that's what I wanted to share my gut health. So do you want to add any points on how to cope with anxiety over here, Rounak?
Definitely. So what I understand, you've put it out very nicely that, the unshakable mindset is where I would like to jump in.
Yeah, please, put your points there on that.
Right. So having a consistency is the key. That's the main thing. But what currently many of the people who have anxiety or gut health issues, what they face is same thing what you said. One problem comes, they repeat the old action or they stop taking action.
Okay.
Right. So what is the new action or the new thing you can do is, now as you're watching this is the first action you've taken. The second action is book a discovery call, book a call that talk to the experts. We also give so many insights without any charge. The call is for free, right? We are already sharing. Okay, you want to try it on your own, try A, B, C, D. And if they still can't do it, that's when the coaching comes into picture.
Correct.
That I will do a hand holding for you for so-and-so months, so-and-so weeks, and we will help you reverse your anxiety. We will help you reverse your gut health. And there is a Sanskrit or the Hindi saying, right? Jaisa khate ho, waisa ho jate ho. Jo jaisa bhojan, waisa man. So if your food is not really healthy or not really in the right space, these obstacles will keep coming. And in the modern era, we are all in the city and fast. In one click, the food is delivered in 30 minutes in your home. I think the next big business would be one click and the girl will come at home and give you food in your mouth.
I think the more convenience you have, that creates more problems.
Right.
Yeah, I think that makes you more lazy.
Definitely.
A little bit of inconvenience is important. And as Rounak said, right, if you really want to deal with your anxiety, in spite of you've been trying so many things, we would want you to get connected with us. Right. So if you want to work on your gut health, you can go ahead and book a free consultation with me. Link will be in the description. If you want to work on your meditation, your anxiety, right, and sound healing, you can speak with Rounak. We'll share his link as well. On that note, would like to end today's video. And if you loved this video, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And also, visit Rounak's channel. We'll tag him in the description. And thanks a lot for being here. Wishing each and every one of you most and more in your life. And until we meet again, be healthy, be happy, and be unique. This is Sachin, founder of Self Healer Sub, and Rounak Gajjar.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sachin.
Thanks a lot. And thanks a lot for giving your insights, Rounak. You're sharing your beautiful experience here. I hope it added a lot of value to you and to everyone.